So, Happy New Year's, guys! Woo! Yeah, I had nothing better. So while in the middle of my lovely festivities for New Year's, I started thinking, why did we pick January 1st to be New Year's? Like, for real, what's the significance? If you think about it, it's just another random day in winter. It's not the shortest day of the year, it's not the longest day of the year, it's not even on an equinox. I would say it was maybe placed in winter just to make it less depressing, but then I realized, wait a minute, it's a week after Christmas. We don't need more festivities just to make winter more interesting. Besides, it's not even in the middle of winter, it's like at the beginning, so that made no sense. So I decided to look it up, and I found out some very interesting things. The first time the New Year was celebrated January 1st was in Rome in 153 BC. In fact, the month of January did not even exist until around 700 BC, when the second king of Rome added the months January and February. The New Year was moved from March to January because it was the beginning of the civil year, the month that two newly elected Roman consuls, the highest officials in the Rome Republic, began this one-year thingy. It doesn't say thingy, I just shortened it. But this New Year date was not always strictly and widely observed, and the New Year was still sometimes celebrated on March 1st. You can find more information at infoplease.com. So basically, we celebrate New Year's on January 1st because some king in Rome, a few thousand years ago, decided it was a good idea to add a few months to the calendar. So basically, because he added January and February to the beginning of the year, this is still a thing, even though it makes no sense. Personally, I like the March 1st idea. It makes a ton more sense. It makes perfect sense that the end of the year would be winter, like, you know, the ending of things, and then with the new year would come life, spring, March 1st, you know. And on top of that, we could go back to the months making sense, like the names of the months, because they were actually set up for a 10-month year. I know, weird, right? Yes, the names of our months actually come from when the year only had 10 months. So yeah, the year went from March to December. Haven't you ever wondered why October is the 10th month instead of the 8th month, even though it's called October? Octo means 8 in Latin. So it's like, you know, an octagon, or Octomom had 8 kids, etc. Well, when October was named, it was the 8th month because there were only 10 months in the year. Also, September was named because it was the 7th month, November was named because it was the 9th month, and December was named because it was the 10th month. What most people don't know is septem is 7 in Latin, novum is 9 in Latin, and decem means 10. So I have a proposition, as I typically do. I think we should make New Year's back on March 1st. Now I know that sounds crazy, but I really think it would make so much more sense when we were teaching it to our kids and such. Now I'm not saying, before you freak out, that I think we should go back to a 10-month year. That would screw so much up, like birthdays and people and everything. What I think is, instead of having January and February be the first 2 months, they should be the last 2 months. So it would be March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. And on top of it making way more sense, just logically, it would spread out all the holidays even better. Like, I always thought it was weird that, like, Christmas was, like, one day, and then, like, a week later was New Year's. It was like, why are they practically on top of each other? It's like, what's the point? And the only reason that is because Christmas is whatever it is, and then it was like, oh, and then it's the New Year. Weird. But I always like my holidays spread out, because then it's, like, more holidays during the year versus, like, bunched up all in one place. Like my birthday, it's in May, and it's like, oh, cool, celebration, gifts, blah, blah, blah. And then December is about 6 or 7 months later, so it's like half and half. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Big, huge gift thing, so it's not all like together. Like, I can't imagine having my birthday like 3 days after. It'd be like, oh, people are just gonna give gifts, just like one gift for birthday. It's just not fair for those people. Like, not that I'm all like, oh, I need gifts, but it's like, that just seems unfair. But I'm getting off topic. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that's just like the most ridiculous idea to change it, or do you kind of think it makes sense? Let me know. Also, let me know what you did for New Year's. I'd love to hear what you guys did. So don't forget to like and subscribe and favorite and do all those things. Oh, and share this video on Facebook. It really does help, like, get views and stuff like that, because that's really needed. So yeah, if you really like this video, don't forget to share it on Facebook. Alright, love you guys. Mwah. Bye!